This is going to be your walkthrough of our Independent Project 2.6 or in our Canvas shell 1.9. So I have downloaded the start file and I have it up and ready to go. So that actually takes care of steps 1 and 2. Step 3 says to change the top and bottom margins to zero point 0.5 in both sections of the document. Now if I want to see where the sections are, I can go up here to my show hide and it'll make it easier to see. You can see there's a section break here, so the top is section 1 and the bottom is the second section. So I can do it a few ways. I can click anywhere on the document and I can go to Layout. I want my margins to have a top and bottom of zero point 0.5. So I'm going to go down here to Custom, which is going to allow me to do whatever I want to do. So my top is going to be zero point 0.5 and my bottom when I tab is going to be zero point 0.5. I'm going to hit enter and it's going to realign my margins. So that's the end of step 3. Step 4 says select the text in both sections of the document and change the font to 10, line spacing to single, and 6 point after. So this is very similar to what we did in the previous. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight the entire document. And I'm going to scroll all the way up. I want to open up my paragraph settings. I want line spacing to be single. And I want the after to be 6. So here I can either click and type 6 or do the down arrow. I'm going to click OK and I want to change the text size to a 10. So on my Home tab, I'm going to come up here and change it from 11 and put it down to 10. That completes step 4. Step 5 says to apply specific styles to the title and the subtitle. So I want to select this agricultural insurance conference. And under styles on my home tab, I want to choose the title style. If I'm not seeing it here, I can either use the single arrow in the middle to go down line by line, or I can select the one on the bottom and it gives me a whole list of ones I can choose. I want to choose the one right here that says title. Then it says I do want to center it. So over here, I'm going to come to the paragraph and I'm going to click on center. And it says after spacing, I want it to be 6. So I'm going to open up my paragraph. And my after right now it says 15. I'm going to put it back down to 6. I did put it originally to 6, but when I applied that text, that font style, it did change it. So we have to change it back. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to click on Central Sierra Insurance. And I'm going to click on the date, October 10th through 12th. Now, both of these, I want to make it as a subtitle. Now, on my bar, it is right here. If you don't see it, click the down arrow here, or click the other down arrow to the one at the very bottom so that you can see them all and select subtitle. Again, I want to center it, so I'm going to click on the center button, and I'm going to change that after back to 6. Finally, I'm going to click OK, and I've just completed step number 5. Step number 6 is going to say use, find, and replace. So we're going to make some changes and make some formatting changes. So the first thing it says is to use the find to locate all the occurrences of agriculture insurance conference. So the find can be found on the home tab. Up here on editing, I'm going to click the find button. In the text box, I'm going to type in agriculture insurance conference. And in my results, it shows me here all of the different occurrences of it, as well as it highlighting it in yellow in my document. Now I want to apply italic formatting to each occurrence except the title. So I don't want the title one, I want the second one. So I can come over here and choose the second. I'm going to italicize that. I can come back over here, hit my enter key again, and it'll bring back up my results. So I found the second one. I'll do italics at the top this time. And then I'm going to find the last one at the very bottom, and I'm going to make that italics as well. So I should have changed it in 3 locations. Make sure you're not changing it for this title. Next, I'm going to use the replace command and find all the occurrences of October, including the dot, and I want to replace it with the word May. So replace is the same place up here with this editing. It's under find, it's in the middle. I'm going to click on replace. And what I want to find is capital OCT period, and I'm going to replace it with MAY, no period. I could just confidently sit here and say replace all. I could do a replace and then find next, replace, find next. But I can go ahead and do reply all. If it comes back and says 0, it's probably because it checked from where your cursor was down. And if it asks, do I want to check from the top, go ahead and say yes. So yes, I want to completely check everything. Okay, it's made it in 5 different places. We can go ahead and click close. And everywhere that had October with the period is now saying May. Now the next thing we want to do is we want to find all of the occurrences of Northgate Resort and, oh, I'm sorry, we want to find Westfield Hotel and Spa and replace it with Northgate Resort. So we're going to use that replace again, and I'm going to replace Westfield Hotel and then the and sign, and I want to put in it Northgate Resort. Again, I'm going to go ahead and just say replace all done. It checked the entire document. It should change in 3 different places. I can go ahead and close that one as well. Lastly, I'm going to find where I just put Northgate Resort, and I'm going to make it bold italic font style. So here I can click on find. On the left, I'm going to type in Northgate, Resort. And it says there are 3 results. So I'm going to find the first one, and I'm going to make it bold. I'm going to go and find my second one, and I'm going to make it bold as well. Then I'm going to find that third one, and I'm going to make it bold. So all 3 of them should now be bolded. And that completes step 6. Step 7 says place the insertion point in the document below the section break and change the left and right margin to 1.25. Now, if you did not turn on your show hide at the beginning, now is a good time to do it because you need to find where this section break is located. So it's located just above where it says name, so I can put my cursor anywhere below that. I'm going to go back up to layout. I'm going to select my margins, and I'm going to select custom. Now I want my left and right to be 1.25, so I can either use the arrows or I can type. And when I hit the enter key, it should increase those margins for me. And as you notice, it increases it just below that break. The ones above the break were not affected at all. That completes step 7. Step 8, change the intents on specific text. So select the last 2 lines in the document, which is going to be in this last box. So for fax and email and the fax number. The first thing you want to do is align center. So go back up to your home tab, align center, change the left and right indents to 1 inch. So the indents are located in the paragraph section. So as long as I have those two lines highlighted, I can pop out my paragraph dialog. In the center, it has the indentation, and that's where you can change this. So I want to change it to 1 inch. I can either
click
the up
the up
arrow till
arrow
I
till I
hit one,
hit one,
or I can
or I can
highlight and type
highlight and type
the number
the
one.
number one.
And we want
And we
left
want
and
left and
right.
right.
So I'm going
So I'm going to
to do that and
do
click
that and click
OK,
OK,
and it makes it
shorter
shorter on both sides. And that
And that
completes step
completes
8.
step 8.
Last but not
Last but
least,
not
we are
least, we are
going
going
to
to
find
find
the
the
email
email
address, and
address, and we're
to
going
actually
to
put a
actually
link
put a
in there.
link in there.
So I'm going to
So
use
I'm
my
going to use my
find button,
button,
and I want
and I
to
want to
find
find
the
the
email
email
address,
address, APELANDALE.
Okay.
Okay.
So there are
So there are
two
two
occurrences, and I'm going
occurrences,
to
and I'm
do
going
the
to do the
same
same
thing
thing
on both of
on
them. So
both
I'm
of
going to
them. So I'm
select
going
the
to select
first
the
one up
first one
here.
up here.
It
It
automatically
automatically
selects it,
and
I
I
want
want
to put a
to put a
hyperlink
hyperlink
in there.
in there.
So I'm going to go
So I'm
to
going to
my
go to my
insert,
insert,
and at
and
the
at the
on here
on
in the
here in
center
the
on this
center
one,
on this one,
it's in
it's in
links.
links.
So I'm going to
So I'm
choose
going to
link.
choose link.
The key to
The
doing
key
the
to doing the
hyperlink with an
hyperlink
email
with an
address
email
is over
address
on the
is over on
left.
the
You do
left.
need
You
to
do need
select
to
email
select email
address.
address.
And
And
we
can
select or type, but in the
but in
text
the
to
text to
display, we want to
display,
make sure it does not say mail
mail
to.
to.
We want to make
We
sure
want to
it
make
just
sure
has
it
the
just has the
text.
text.
But in the
But in
email
the
address,
email
we
address,
want
we want
to
to put
mail to
like that.
okay.
Okay.
We click on
We click on
OK,
OK,
and we can see
and
it
we can see it
changed it to a blue
underline.
underline. That
That
means
means
the link
the
is
link is
current.
current.
I'm going to click
I'm going to click
enter, and I'm
enter,
going to do
and
the
I'm going to
same
do the same
thing
thing
on the one at the
on the one at the
bottom.
bottom.
I'm already
I'm
on
already
insert.
on
I'm going to
insert. I'm going
insert
to
link.
insert link.
I'm going to do
I'm going to
email
do email
address. I'm
address.
going to
to
choose the email address. I'm going to get rid of the
rid of
words
the
mail
words
to
mail to
in the
in the
display,
display,
and I'm going to
and
click
I'm going to
OK.
click OK.
And again, it didn't
it didn't
underline.
underline.
Make sure you save
save
this
this
because we are now
now
finished. We
finished. We just
completed
completed step
step 9,
9,
so that you can submit it for your grade. I'm going to do a
I'm going
slow
to do a
scroll
slow
through
scroll
this
through
so
this
that you
so
can
that
look
you can
and
look
see
and
if
see
yours
if yours looks
like mine
like
or
mine or
not.
not.